Hello and welcome to Country Life Simple. I've got some exciting news. I'm going to go to Germany for 6 weeks over Christmas. I'm so excited. I'm staying with my family. I haven't seen them for 4 years. Last time I went over there was in November 2018 for my grandma's 80th. And I was supposed to go again in 2020, actually for Christmas as well. But unfortunately, due to the pandemic, nobody could go anywhere, including myself. So I haven't seen my family in 4 years, and now I'm really looking forward to it. And in today's video, I want to show you what I'm going to pack. So just a few stats first. I live in Rockhampton, central Queensland, Australia. And when I'm leaving, it's going to be about 34 degrees in the middle of the day, which is when I'm leaving from here. That's 34 degrees Celsius, and then I'm gonna fly for 1 hour to Brisbane and collect my luggage, transfer from the domestic terminal to the international terminal, and then have an 8-hour waiting period until I catch my plane to Dubai, which is a 14.5-hour flight. Not quite sure about the temperatures in Dubai, I didn't check, but I'm not actually leaving the airport. I've got 3 hours transit time in Dubai, so I'm not really going anywhere other than refreshing and going for a stroll to stretch my legs. Then I'm going to go for another flight of 7 hours between Dubai and Frankfurt. And then I arrive in Frankfurt, I'll go through customs and immigrations, and I have booked a hotel at the Frankfurt airport, so I don't actually have to leave anywhere. I just can stay there in case of my luggage getting lost, which is pretty good possibility these days, unfortunately, or it's getting delayed at least. We'll see. I hope it doesn't happen, but if it does, I'm still at the airport 24 hours later. I stay in a hotel at the airport for 24 hours to be able to have a shower and get some sleep before I go and see my family. It's still another hour and a half from Frankfurt to Cologne, where I go and see my family. And after a 34-hour journey, I couldn't deal with all the excitement. I really need just a good rest first. So I'm freshened up when I see my family again after such a long time. So what am I traveling with? I've got, oh yeah, by the way, obviously Germany has a different climate. So when I leave here at 34 degrees and then arrive 2 days later in Frankfurt, it's going to be 8 degrees. So it's a significant temperature difference, and I have to deal with that as well. Plus here in Queensland, we don't actually have such low temperatures for a prolonged period of time. You know, I'm talking hourly, but that's about it. It hardly ever gets for more than a few hours below a 2-digit number. So I don't have a lot of very warm clothes. So what I'm going to do is a layer look and warm up that way. And I hope that will work, but it has worked in the past, so I should be fine. I just don't see the point in purchasing a lot of clothes for, using them every 2 or 4 years. So yeah, I'm traveling with carry-on luggage. This is my carry-on suitcase. I'm going to show this to you in another video in more detail, and I'll show you what I'm going to pack in that. This is in Australia, they've got a restriction of 7 kilos of carry-on luggage, which includes this one as well as my handbag or backpack in this case. And the dimensions of the suitcase completely across cannot be more than, in circumference, cannot be more than 115 centimeters. So I'm restricted there. I've got 30 kilo weight limit on my flight from Brisbane to Europe, to Germany, but I only have 23 kilos on my flight from Rockhampton to Brisbane. So, and that'll be fine. I'm using this suitcase here. This is the Tosca Aviator. This is my checked luggage suitcase. It is 67 centimeters long, including the wheels. It's 42 centimeters across and 26 centimeters wide. It weighs 2.6 kilos and has a capacity of 75 liters. I probably could get away with all my clothes in carry-on luggage, And I do want to do that because in case of my suitcase getting lost or arriving later, at least I will have my clothes. But I've got presents for my family. They would be really disappointed if I come empty-handed. I actually got about 10 kilos of presents in here, which need to go into the suitcase. So that is the main reason why I have checked-in luggage. And I will put the majority of my clothes in the carry-on, and then put the presents and a few not so important items in the checked-in luggage. So if it does arrive too late, it doesn't matter. I don't need the presents straight away, but I will need a coat. I will need a jumper. I probably will need a scarf very, very quickly. So what am I taking? I'll start with the bottoms. I'm going to take 3 bottoms. I'm going to take a pair of dark wash jeans. I'm going to take a pair of navy dress pants. And I'm going to take a thin pair of plum culottes. So these are my 3 pairs of trousers, bottoms. I'm not taking any skirts or dresses or anything like that because, well, I live in Australia, I live in Queensland. It's hot here all year round. If I want to wear a skirt or a dress, I can do that here. I don't need to wear stockings or anything like that. So for those 6 weeks, I really do not need to wear anything but pants. So these 3 pair of pants, and they're easily washable. They wash well in the machine. They don't need ironing. They're good. And then I'm going to take some long-sleeved shirts. So I'm going to take a navy one, which obviously matches all 3 pants. So navy bamboo long-sleeved shirt. Then I'm going to take a white one. Again, that matches all of the pants. Navy and white always looks good. And plummet white looks good too. Then I've got a aubergine coloured shirt. That doesn't match the plum culottes, but it does look really nice on the navy pants and also on the jeans. And last shirt I have is a brown coloured long sleeved shirt. Again, that matches all of the 3 pants I have. So taking a total of 4 long sleeved shirts. As I'm going for Christmas, and it's normally a bit of a time to dress up during the Christmas period, I also have taken 1 striped button-down shirt. This is white and navy stripes. And again, it matches all 3 outfits. If it is cold, I can wear the majority of those. I think I can wear all of them underneath this shirt. It's quite thick, it's not see-through, so even if I would put one of the darker shirts underneath, you wouldn't necessarily see it. So I can wear this underneath if I need to. This shirt underneath this one, so I'll keep warm. And I've got this one here as well, which was a present from my mum. It doesn't match the culotte, but it does really nicely look. It looks really nicely on the navy dress pants. And again, I can wear any of the long sleeved shirt underneath this one, and you wouldn't see it. It's quite high at the neck, and it's got a an undergarment underneath here, so it's not see-through. So yeah, if I want to be warm, I can wear any of these underneath this. Since I'm traveling during a 34 degree day, I'm also going to take 1 short sleeved shirt, which I'm going to wear while I'm actually traveling. It matches everything, and I can wear it underneath anything I've shown you before as well. So if it's not too cold, I can just wear a short sleeved shirt underneath, even underneath one of the long sleeved shirts. I could wear one of these if I want to. But in that case, I will take 3 camisoles. These camisoles I I wore them a lot last winter. I wear them in underneath any shirt, and the shirts stay fresher. I have less to wash because I only have to wash like a little camisole which dries overnight, and or during the day here, but in Germany probably overnight. Yeah, I don't have to wear all these. I don't have to wash all these garments all that often. So camisoles are really good, and they just do look nice and they feel nice. Obviously that won't quite cut it for winter. I need some warmer items. So I've got a really warm, thick pullover. Bought that last year at Uniqlo. Really like that. It's really nice and warm. Matches all my 3 pants. And again, I can wear the striped blouse. I can wear any of the long sleeved shirt. I can wear the short sleeved shirt, or I can just wear a camisole underneath it, and I'll be warm and fresh. And then I've got this jumper here, striped navy beige color, cream color. It matches all 3 pants as well. I've got a thin merino one. This is quite thin. This looks really nice with the camisole underneath. The lace shows up here a little bit, and it looks quite sophisticated. It's quite elegant, I reckon. And again, it matches all of my pants. I mean, you can never go wrong with navy anyway, in my opinion. Most people prefer black. I personally don't like black, but it's, you know, same thing. Everything matches black. And then I also take a navy cardigan, which matches all of my pants. And I can always put the cardigan on top of any of these shirts or jumpers to stay warm. So they're my main pieces of clothing. So I've got the one cardigan. I've got 3 jumpers. 1, 2, and 3. I'm taking 3 camisoles, 1 short sleeved shirt, 2 fancier shirts, and 4 long sleeved shirts. They're cotton, they can be easily washed, they don't need ironing. So they are my main items of clothing. If it does get any colder, outerwear. Obviously, here in Australia I hardly ever wear outerwear, but over there I will have to. I've got this vest, puffer vest, which I really like. It matches all 3 pants. It matches all of my shirts. And I can just wear that over any of these shirts, and I'll be really warm. And then for the rainy days and when I go outside, I wear my one and only coat. It's a soft shell jacket. Not a coat, it's a jacket. Soft shell jacket. It's not very thick, but it is quite warm, and especially with all of these layered underneath, it will be plenty warm. And it's navy, so it matches everything. What I also take is, I'm going to take a pair of merino leggings. They just leggings I can put, you know, thick woolen socks underneath, on top of this. And I can wear them underneath any of these pants, especially underneath the culottes, because they are quite thin. But with these, I will be fine. It won't be cold. And I've got 2 merino shirts. They're long sleeved shirts. Unfortunately, this one is black. I couldn't find a navy one. This one is white. But again, I can wear this underneath any of my clothes to just give me that extra warmth. You know, we're talking potentially, depending on where I go, while I'm there and what I'm going to do, you know, sub sort of 0 degrees. That is quite cold. I want to stay warm. So I take 2 of those. I'm also taking, I'm only going to take 1 pajama because I'm staying at my grandma's place. She's got a washing machine, so I can just wash this and put it on again. This is a long sleeve pajama. And I'm also taking 2 silk scarves. So for example, if I would want to look a bit more elegant, I could wear, this might be hard to see, but I could wear this shirt over my jeans. Looks very casual, looks, yep, casual. But then if I put on a nice silk scarf like this, it just looks so much more elegant, doesn't it? So I'm going to take 2 of those, a blue one and a sort of red, maroon, navy one. Actually all colours of my tops are in this scarf. So it makes a difference, doesn't it? I really like those silk scarves around my neck, or even sometimes around my head. Not that much, but more around my neck. I think that's, yeah, just really nice. And then I'm taking, obviously I'm taking underwear, and I'm taking socks, nice warm socks, and I'm gonna take a pair of compression socks for the flight. I'm gonna take one homemade beanie. I knitted that a few years ago when we were traveling. Homemade fingerless gloves. I don't think they're going to be warm enough because they're fingerless. I will need to put my fingers into something, but that's all I have. And a scarf. Again, it's a brownish colored scarf. It just goes with everything. Shoe wise, I'm going to take 2 pairs of shoes. I'm going to take these shoes, which look very pretty. I've got a bit of a heel. I just cleaned them. They're very comfortable. They look really nice. And the other pair is going to be my tan R.M. Williams boots. Again, they're warm, they're waterproof, you know, if it's raining or snowing. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? White Christmas. Yeah. So this is all I'm going to take clothes-wise for 6 weeks. And I'm going to do another video in a few days' time where I'm going to show you what I'm going to actually wear during my flight, which is part of this, and also what I'm going to have in my carry-on luggage in the small suitcase. Some of the essential items I'll take. So stay tuned until then, and thanks for watching. See you then.